It is time for the hot news spot that rocked the block and the story as we tell it. You are now listening to Should Be on TV radio show with your show host, Jacob B. and Joe MC.
All right. You guys are now live with Jacob B. and Mr. Joe MC. How you doing this morning, Mr. Joe?
Man, I'm doing great, and if I get any better, I think I'll own the world.
Own the world, I like it, bud. So, this is a local podcast. We're broadcasting live from the Black Hawks Amenity Center in Pflugerville. So, shout out to all the neighbors. How's it going? What we're going to be doing is talking about products and services, new products, new services. And we're going to take you guys on an adventure discovering these new products and services. So, Mr. Joe, let's talk a little bit about what the show is going to be about, what we're going to be highlighting, and some of the things that we hope to accomplish. So, Mr. Joe, how long have you lived in the Black Hawk and the Pflugerville area? Let's talk about that first of all.
Well, I moved in January 2010, closed on my house. Great neighborhood, unbelievable. There's kids in the neighborhood, but you'd never know it. Very well behaved. And I find that's just about everywhere in Pflugerville. Pflugerville's a great community to live in. You've got businesses moving in every single day. I talked with the folks at the Welcome Wagon, and they said they got 145 families moving in a month. That's net.
Wow.
That's not even counting the ones moving out. That's net. 145 in a town the size of Pflugerville.
Wow.
That is phenomenal.
That is amazing, Joe. So let's touch on some of these topics real quick. We like to highlight new products and services. Pflugerville is one of the best spots to do that because, like you said, we have all these people moving in, all these new companies, all these new businesses, and you know what? It is growing tremendously. So what we want to accomplish is start to highlight some of these new products, some of these new services, and with that, kind of get a whole new feel for Pflugerville and let these people know as they're moving in some of the new services and some of the things that are available to them. So, Mr. Joe, let's talk about some of your favorite places in Pflugerville. Where do you like to eat? Where do you like to go? Where do you like to hang out on the weekends? Let's talk about it, bub.
Eat, man, that's a tough one. There are so many great places to eat in Pflugerville. Well, if you want Italian, I don't think you can do any better than Barris.
Absolutely,
You know,
I agree. We had our meetup there when we first started.
Absolutely, that was our first meetup group, absolutely. And they've got some fantastic food. I mean,
and
great
service.
tasting. Service is excellent, you know, and the prices are really good
Well,
as well.
talking about, so you covered Italian food. Let's go ahead and move to Chinese food. I'd have to say Chin's in the Stonehill. That's one of my favorite spots. Where's your favorite Chinese in Pflugerville?
Chin's. Did they just move in? I got a flyer on them
No,
yesterday.
they've been there for a while, but
I just got a flyer on them yesterday.
my favorite there is the cashew chicken. Get some egg drop soup. When you get the egg drop soup, make sure you get the crunchy noodles.
I'm a wonton guy.
They have really good wonton too. I definitely like that. Also, cashew chicken's one of my favorites there. They do delivery, so that's usually why I get them there with the kids. And sometimes I get a little bit tired, don't want to cook, so.
So the big question is, as far as food is concerned, what is your ultimate burger? There's so many places that sell
Mooney's
burgers.
moved out. Mooney's is gone, so
Mooney's is gone.
I don't know. It's hard. It's a tough one. I don't know. Like, I guess it'd have to be.
You got Whataburger, you got In-N-Out Burger. I mean, you got Burger King, you got Wendy's. I mean, there are so many places where you can get a good burger. But where's the best burgers?
Oh, I know where it is. Mama Jack's. Mama Jack's. Have you gone to Mama Jack's yet?
I have not.
You have to go to Mama Jack's. That place.
Okay.
I went there on the weekend. It is sometimes a long wait, but the food is really good. So Mama Jack's is really good. They're kind of by the high school, the Pflugerville High School, not Hendrickson, but the Pflugerville High School, kind of just right off Pecan there, across from that big church over there.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm going to throw a wow factor in there on burgers, and I actually put a post in at the next door. I'm sure you're on Nextdoor, right? You're a member?
Absolutely.
Okay. By the way, Pflugerville, if you're not on Nextdoor in your neighborhood, sign up. It's free, And I'll tell you what, I am so impressed with this website. I mean, these are neighbors watching out for neighbors. Suspicious vehicles in the neighborhood, lost pets. I mean, it is such a great
anything.
website.
People speeding, people doing good stuff. I actually read something the other day. It said that one of the teachers or something from the school district actually pulled over and helped a gentleman do something. I forget what I think, like maybe mow his lawn or something.
No, what happened, I read that. What happened is this fella's out there and he's getting ready to do his lawn and everything, and the teacher pulled up and she says, "Hey, do you need any help?" And he's like, "Hey, are you going to help me?" She goes, and she says, no. She says, "I've got a bunch of students, and they want to do community service, and I can bring them over."
That's what it is. One of the beautiful things about this podcast, it's the news to you as we tell it. It may not be right on or spot on, but it's as we tell it. It's the stories. We conceptualized in our head, and that's what we came up with. So we heard it, we read it, that's what we remembered, and those are our parts and our takes of it. So pretty much what we're going to be getting into is we like to feature new products, new services, new businesses. We've talked about a couple of them. What I want Joe to start thinking about in the next minute is, what is one of your favorite businesses in Pflugerville and why? It could be food, it could be service, it could be something, but we have about 60 seconds and we're going to go into the should be on TV business of the week. So, Mr. Joe, the question is, and we're going to give you 60 seconds to start talking about this, but the question is, what would your favorite business be in Pflugerville and why? Now, you keep in mind, you have all these people moving into town daily, monthly, and you have all these people coming in. So some of these people don't know anything about Pflugerville, and sometimes they think the name's just kind of a little ridiculous itself. One business, why? To all these new people coming in, what could you say about Pflugerville? Business, things, hold on, we're going in 3, 2, 1, hold up.
This is the time when we spotlight a local business or service.
All right, Mr. Joe, what is your favorite business, bub?
Well, I'm gonna have to say, even though they're the largest retailer in the whole world, I'm gonna have to say Walmart, man. I mean,
why are you going
bottom
Walmart?
line, I love Walmart, man. You go in there, there's so much there. I mean, yeah, it's kind of scarce to find, somebody to help you because they cut back people a lot, especially if you're going at night. But I don't know.
All right, local business. Let's cut Walmart out. Local business.
All right,
I love
local
HEB,
business.
but let's
HEB,
go.
Yeah.
Local business. All right, if you guys just moved in and you don't know your local grocery store and you're just going to Walmart, go check out HEB. Hands down, you guys will be amazed. It is amazing. It is something that every person that moves into town should know about. So, HEB, if you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you guys go check that out. What else, Joe? Let's talk about another local business, Bob.
I'm going to go back to the burgers, okay? Because I just thought of something.
All right.
If you want to get a really good burger in Pflugerville, you'll probably never know that you can get them here. But if you go down to what's the road on Walmart?
Peeville or Flingville or 620, 695 or 680 or something.
It's right down from Walmart, going towards HEB, and on the right, you're going to see a Shell station, gas station.
All right.
You go in that gas station, and in the back on the right-hand side, there's this very, very nice, polite gentleman. And I'll tell you what, I don't know what it is, whether it's the rolls, the meat he uses, the way he prepares it, but I'm going to tell you, that burger is really, really good. And the fries are excellent.
You don't know the name of the place, though?
It's the Shell station.
It's inside the Shell station?
It's inside the Shell station,
Oh,
yes.
my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
Sometimes they do have the best food. Check that out. Trailers, trucks, some of them are the best. I'd have to say one of my favorite businesses, to tell you the truth, in Pflugerville It's a toughie, but I like the Growler Bar. Now, I'm not a drinker, to tell you the truth, but that's the reason I like it, because I could go with some of the neighbors when they have the neighborhood groups, and they actually have root beer on tap. So the funny thing is, I go there and I'm drinking root beer, and everybody thinks I'm drinking beer the whole time. And by the end of the night, everybody's like smashed, and their eyes are sagging, and I'm just like still like the same, because I was just drinking root beer. And they start doing some of the funniest things. You guys want to see your neighbors have some good times, definitely check out the Growler Bar. I know on next door they always have, and I think Facebook groups, they have a lot of events and stuff that they have hosted there. They have different barbecue people that come into town. What would your favorite barbecue place be in Pflugerville? I know, what was his name? TJ's or whatever, he moved out. So is there any other?
TJ's moved out.
Yeah, they may still be in Pflugerville, but it's more towards the 35. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So what would your favorite barbecue place? I don't know if there's really a favorite barbecue. Favorite chicken place is Golden
Chicken? Oh, by the high school?
Yeah, by the high school. That place is amazing, Joe.
Okay, yeah, by the high school. Yes, I'll tell you what. I had their food last night. Their fish is so good. You know, with tartar sauce and everything, man, I'll tell you what. It rivaled going to, you know, the big boys like, you know, Red Lobster and the other ones. I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. And they had hush puppies there, man. I mean, it was good. I had it last night. I really enjoyed that meal.
Yeah, they're really good. Let's see. What else do we have in Pflugerville? I guess the only attraction park we really have is the park and pizza.
Go to the Stonehill Shopping Center, and you got hundreds of businesses there. You know, it's amazing. I mean, just about anything you can think of. You know, you've got what do you've got? You've got
movie theaters,
Dick's Sporting Goods,
movie theaters, tons of food, Chili's, Morelia's. Morelia's is good Mexican food.
Yep.
I discovered some place. It isn't in Pflugerville, but it is amazing. If you're looking for some good Mexican food, now don't get me wrong, because my taste is probably a little bit different, because we moved from San Diego, California, and we ran into this Tex-Mex issue, and it's just not the same. So what we're trying to do is, you know, find something that we like, that, you know, kind of meets our budget and our price range and everything. So, because we have a big family, we have 4 boys. What is it called? It's in Round Rock, and it's called Rosa's Cafe. So Rosa's Cafe, if you guys haven't checked that out, make sure you check that out. Amazing food. But to tell you the truth, one of my favorite things is I like ground beef tacos. They have these crispy ground beef tacos made with real meat, not the Taco Bell meat. And it's only 99 cents a taco. Lettuce, tomato, and cheese.
They're fairly new, right?
No, I think they've been around for a while. But
really?
Man, you got to check them out. If you haven't made it down there, I definitely highly recommend checking it out, getting down there. Some really good food.
So let's get back to our people here in Pflugerville. What's happening with the water park? I mean, I heard it was taken over.
I saw the name on the sign out there. Did you catch it or no?
No, I didn't. I know they took the Hawaiian Falls signs down and everything.
But there's a banner out front that says the name of the new park coming out. I haven't heard of it. It's not one of those big chains, or it's not.
Okay.
Not one of those. It sounds like a little bit smaller one. The only thing is it's a hard location. It's outdoors. You only have so many months, and to tell you the truth, it's, you know, it's just a tough thing to manage. You're gonna have to make your money, and you're gonna have to make it quick. And I know the mismanagement of the last corporation kind of left them in hold. Yeah, kind of put it in hold. I know they had a couple incidents, people getting injured, hurt, or like possibly even a couple deaths. And then at the same time, I think they had some issues hiring underage employees, and they got fined a couple times for that. So,
well, we know that as, you know, from personal experience, because remember we tried to rent the center out?
Yeah, we tried to rent it out 2 or 3 times to host big events, to host our big podcasting shows, which we just started. So I don't know how that worked, but we went to host big events, and like honestly, we can't get through to them. Even once we finally got in, and once we finally had people that were like talked with us, communicated with us, we finally went and like walked through, they wouldn't like call us afterwards. So definitely mismanagement of the properties, and definitely not the best management of, the park itself. So I think they had a lot of issues with that. Well, yeah,
because even communications, I mean, we had to, twist our arms even to send us an email with the cost breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I kind of got a bad taste, from the beginning with those people.
There are no Hanovers. They were pretty good. Are they still in Pflugerville, or are they in Round Rock now? I know they went on the other side of the 35.
I think they're right on Main Street in Pflugerville.
Oh, a mystery voice.
Who is that?
Who is that mystery voice?
I'm pretty
That's
sure
a music lover. That's a music lover.
I'm pretty sure they moved 6 months ago or a year ago.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not downtown anymore.
You're kidding me, because I love that place.
In case you're wondering who is talking, that is Mr. Scott.
He's a local community neighbor. Have you guys watched Tim, the Tool Man?
Taylor.
Yeah. Scott's like that guy who you don't really see his face. He's just over on the other side of the fence, and there he pops up out of nowhere, just a mystery voice. So if you guys hear him, he does help us with our productions. He has a local company here. He's in the Austin, Pflugerville-ish area, more Austin-ish. What area do you live?
Northwest Austin.
Northwest Austin, Pflugerville-ish, because this is a Pflugerville base.
Yeah, well, we're trying to get him over here into Pflugerville, So.
Well, we got some news. Maybe we'll be moving soon.
Is that right?
Yeah,
all right.
Neighbors, part of the neighborhood.
We'll get you a really nice house here.
Yeah, make sure if you join the neighborhood, you get on next door, Mr. Scott.
You can't go wrong getting a house in Pflugerville. Like I said, in the beginning, I moved in 2010, right? My house right now went up $53,000.
There you guys go. Right now,
I mean, what kind of investment? You can't get.
I guess it really
like
depends
that.
what market you're going to, but I don't see the market going down anytime soon, just because so many people are moving in. Usually, markets are going up for a while. So
I don't know. The political atmosphere out there, I think it's going to be positive, and I think it's going to be a growth economy.
But like we said, this is the news as we know it and how we tell it. So hey,
that's it.
We're not real estate experts. Kind of give you a little bit of background. We're doing and kind of going reviewing products and services. I have a background in marketing, advertising, telecommunications at the same time. Also merchandising, point of purchase, a lot of dealing with retails. I've also owned pretty much every type of company from construction, restaurants, clubs, venues, detailing, to small, large, any type of company you could possibly think of. So we've owned them all. And with that being said, we've also know what good customer service is, what we expect for more or less the service when we go out to eat, restaurants, contractors, so on and so forth. But then Joe on the other side is just your average Joe, let's say. He's just an average person like anybody else listening, just your average neighbor who's going to tell you his insight on, hey, what he feels about things, about products, about services, how he's using them, how they work for him, and what he's wasted his money on. Okay, Scott's doing some sound effects for us today. We're asking him to do the fake coffin for us. Thank you, Bob.
Oh, well, sorry about that.
I'm just playing. So, we got all that going on. Tell us a little bit about your background, Joe, just so we get a feel for who you are and really where your background and experience is coming from. So when you're talking about a product or service, they know where you're coming from, Mr. Joe.
Well, I was born and raised in Philadelphia, North Philly, so I'm a Yankee.
I think there's a song about that. West Philadelphia, born and raised. Playing ground where I spent most of my days. You guys ever watch The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a little...
Oh, yeah.
A little past time.
I'm surprised all these old shows that you know. Like I'm talking about shows back in my day, and I'm a baby boomer to let you folks know. And Jacob is a Generation X. But when I start talking about...
I'm actually in between. I'm between Generation X and Millennial, so
what are you?
We're kind of like dead space, but we're here, you guys, and we're on the radio.
That's it, man. But he knows all those old shows out there, I'll tell you. So it really surprised me.
Well, I think I'm still in the generation to where your parents still had you experience some of that, or we didn't have the internet and all that, so we still had to do old school stuff. And I'll tell you the truth, when I grew up, we had 3 channels.
Yeah.
Whatever came on the, rabbit ears on the TV.
When I grew up, it was really 3 things. You either worked, played sports, and watched a lot of TV, or you did all 3. So I watched a lot of TV.
Yeah.
And I love the shows, man. You know, I'm a trivia nut as far as, you know, 60s, 50s, 60s TV. I'm pretty good. You know, not to say I'm the best, but I'm pretty darn good. Anyway, born and raised in Philly. I have 22 years of service in the Army, military.
Appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. And I've been a veteran advocate just about the same time. Anything that I can do for veterans all across the country, you know, whether it's, you know, helping them out with, you know, acquiring a loan for a house or, you know, maybe getting to the right people for the PTSD. A lot of our vets, you know, you've heard about that 22 number, you know, that 22 of our veterans each day, you know, take their life. And to me, that's tragic. I don't want to get dark here, but that is really tragic that, you know, a lot of them are on the battlefield facing the enemy, and when they come home, the enemy is even more lethal that they bring back with them. So I'm out there for my vets. Anything I can do, as long as it's not illegal or immoral.
Oh, Joe, here we go.
I'm on it for my vets.
You're going to get sued
any
on that
veterans
one,
out
Bob.
there listening, you know, if you need some information or whatever, you need some contacts, I've got a vast network of contacts. Just give me a shout out. My email is txmilitaryvets@gmail.com.
All right, so we're going to start wrapping up the show. This one's going to be a short one. We're going to eventually do just half hours, grow into hours, and hopefully weeklies, and then hopefully we're bigger than Howard Stern. But we got to start someplace, so we're starting here today.
Without the profanity.
Yeah, minus the profanity and other things. I'm just talking about as big as a radio show, bigger, syndicated bigger than him. So we're going to give a quick shout out to Mr. Joe for showing up today. Mr. Scott. Scott, do you want to give a quick shout out to your business? Quick one, not a long one.
Sure, yeah, we're...
Speak up, though,
my
because...
passion is about safety. I was in the industry for 40 years, and I saw a lot of people get hurt, so
we call him, Scott and I, safety guy, so...
Looking at saving lives and improving the quality of lives for people around the world. That's what we're doing.
Cloud Safety Systems. Check them out.
That's right. And by the way, we have a celebrity amongst our midst. Have you seen the great movie? What's it called, Scott?
Deepwater Horizon.
Deepwater Horizon. Mr.
Yes,
Scott.
I was a technical consultant on the
There you
Deepwater
go.
Horizon with Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg. And
Yeah, so this isn't some just cheap knockoff show happening
That's it,
at the
man.
Amenity Center at Blackhawk. This has some high-profile A-list celebrities coming through.
That's it.
So you guys better stay tuned. You better check out this series. You better check out these shows because, honestly, you're not going to find the news or information like this or be updated from anywhere else. You're not going to find the hottest new products, services, and you're not going to know all the hottest news that's going on in the neighborhood. The kids running around the streets, all the way to teachers helping the neighbor mow their lawn, maybe somebody having an issue or a problem, somebody needing help, looking for tables, or people even letting them borrow tables. So,
Hey,
till next week.
The Hanover's Draft House is on North Railroad Avenue, right in Pflugerville.
All right, well, we're going to have to double check on that because I know the new one's right off the 35. Sometimes, I don't know if they kept the old location, just opened the new one, or how that goes. But that's going to be something we're going to have to find out next time.
Great family music venue.
Yes, sir.
Jay, let me throw something in here. Even though this is our maiden voyage here, our launch, we've got some great guests lined up every week, just about. People that are really informed about what's going on in Pflugerville and can really bring you up to speed about what's happening in your neighborhood and, you know, how you can, you know, maybe become a bigger part of it and, you know, make it better for everybody. So I am unbelievably proud to be a
Spit it out, Joe. Come on.
Pflugervillian? Is it a Pflugervillian? I don't know what you would.
That's what we are now. We're
Pflugervillians.
Pflugervillians.
Okay, I am very proud to be that. And man, I just anybody says where do you live? I live in Pflugerville.
And if they have a problem with that, they need to talk to us
That's
because
it,
you know
man.
what? We're proud and we are loud.
That's it, man. We shoot from the hip and we keep it real.
Yes, sir. Till next time, this has been Joe and Jacob.